around you can see it's really a good place, and the place is well kept, clean. They have cribs all around. The babies, they look healthy and cheerful. They are inside now playing as I speak.
And after the big sale event, the next on our list was to do the basketball showcase, which was supposed to take place in July, but at that time there was unrest and insecurity in Kaduna because there was fights, and a lot of people were injured, and some people lost their family members and stuff like that. And at that time it wasn't a very good time to host any event, even though the place was all the fighting had subsided a little. We still didn't want to take any risk of hosting an event when people were still mourning the loss of their loved ones, and people were still unsure of the security situation in that place. So we had to cancel the event. Not necessarily cancel it, we had to postpone the event and push it to August. So we had to push that event to August, and instead what we did was, because Ramadan was just like a month away, and what we did was this thing called Ramadan Community Service. And basically what we did was the 10th day, the 20th, and the last 10 days of Ramadan, we decided to host a community service. And on the 10th day of Ramadan, what we did was we went to this school, which is like an orphanage basically for young adults who were abandoned by their parents or left the village to come into the city, and they don't really have work to do, and they don't really go to school. We made food for iftar for them, and we went there. It was a good event. Abdulhamid spoke to them, Aminus spoke to them, and also like the kind of the person that takes the caretaker also spoke to them. And we had volunteers. Zakaria was there, Ibrahim, Abdullahi, Imran. We had Sadia and her sister come, and Yasmin also. So it was a nice event. They were, all the volunteers were really hardworking. They respected the IAD. They respected the people the IAD was helping, and they respected the environment. And it was a really, really good event. So everyone actually got food. Every single one of them got food. Actually, every single one got food, and there was still a lot of food left, because we thought we were going to obviously visit a huge number. Even though the number was huge, there was still too much to go around. So the food was shared for a second round, and there was still enough food to go around. So we just decided to take it elsewhere and give it to someone to share, because obviously it's Ramadan period and there's no how food will go to waste. No matter how you see it, there's always someone who doesn't have, who would be willing to collect. So we gave that. On the 20th of Ramadan, we went to this place called Matang Arewa, which is an orphanage in Kaduna also. And basically this orphanage, they take care of infants, and when those infants, I think before they reach ages one and a half, they give them out for adoption. So basically we went there, we checked it, and it was also a very nice event. Most of the volunteers for that event were girls, women, young ladies, because obviously it has to be kids, and women are more interested in things like that. So we went. There was a lot of volunteers for that one. A lot of girls were there, so they got to see the infants for themselves. We took pictures, spoke to the nurses, interacted with the kids. The kids were actually very happy to see us and to see people, new faces, and it was really good. Every single volunteer donated something for the for those infants and for the orphanage. We got donations from outside to buy stuff for all these kids, so we bought a lot of stuff for them, and it was a really great event. And one of my friends, after, he wasn't around when the event happened, but when he came back, I told him about what happened, and he wanted to help. So he actually went back to the orphanage like twice or three times to give back to give to those to the orphanage. So it was really good. It was an eye opener. It was that kind of event that allowed people to see what this orphanage was doing, and it allowed people to really like become interested in helping out. After Ramadan, the last event, the second to last event we were doing was the basketball showcase. Basketball showcase was a success, but we kind of stalled a bit because we had problems. First of all, the main problem was supposed to take place in July, when people were just most people were coming back from school, most people were going on holiday, so there was a lot of people, and the excitement of summer was there, but it had to be cancelled. And now it was shifted to August, when people are going back to school, and people are not basically around, and the whole mood of it's summer, and the excitement of summer was not there. So that kind of like cut the number of people that actually attended, even though there was a huge number of people that attended. The number was kind of cut short because it wasn't hosted at a good time. It was hosted when there was a lot of rain. We're actually very, very afraid that the rain was going to cancel the event because it was in an outdoor court. Days before the event, it was raining constantly. A day before the event, it was raining. So it was always raining. So we were afraid that the rain was going to cancel the event. So there was a lot of obstacles on our way for the basketball event, and we went there. We woke up very early on that day, but still we managed to not start the event on time, so we were all over the place. But at the end of the day, all the people that were supposed to play, the volunteers came, spectators came. Obviously, a lot of people bought tickets. People bought tickets at the gate, and the game was a very, very interesting game. It was like IAD lost by 1 point, but it was a very competitive match, and it was really interesting. And at the end of the day, it was a very, 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 very nice event. Also successful. All the events, as I said, were successful. The only problem was that some of the events we had a lot of obstacles to overcome, and at the end of it, the hard work paid off. At the end of it, all the obstacles and all the bumps and everything, they also paid off. So we had time to rest for about 2 to 3 weeks, and at that time we were planning our last event. What we were going to do for Cadaway. We came back and actually looked at things, and there was a lot of things that were going to have to take place if we wanted to make any changes.